Well, I like to call it jing bang, and if I go and look for some jing bang, then I usually go to charity shops or car boot sales. I call it jing bang because my last boyfriend Constantine called it jing bang. He used to say, "Come on, let's go look for some jing bang." So some of the jing bang that I would have got would have been a little 1970s Alice in Wonderland tin that is also a money box, and I got that for like 80p or something.
Yes, I was charity shop obsessed. That's how I ended up working in a charity shop. It's more interesting because you're not buying the same stuff everyone else has got this year or whatever, and it's a bargain.
Definitely the aesthetic. Yeah, the aesthetic quality. But yeah, mostly second hand. I'm less sentimental about my possessions now than I was a few years ago, because I don't have a favourite one. I think all the parts make up as a whole.
Because each item is individual and it's old and rare because they're antique. Because they're of interest that you can't buy them everywhere and everyone is different.
And it's surprised how much is given to you too if people know you want it. We try not to throw things. We put it on the 50p row every fortnight.
I think it's unsustainable for people to carry on wanting to consume more and more and more goods.
But I've got some nice sort of 1950s things, like 1950s chest of drawers and some little poodle. And I especially like it if they're old things as well, because it's interesting and it's more interesting to me than buying something brand new.
I usually buy things that are a bit unusual. It's like old jelly moulds and I like old kitchen things.
You know, if you just look around, it's like you'll find little treasures for not very much money. So I've always found, you know, that's why I go to charity shops a lot, things like that. And you find much more interesting things than if you go to a shop.
Years ago, there used to be a rag man in Newham where my auntie worked. And it used to really amaze me, this rag place, because they spend hours sorting out rags. It also puts you off a hoarding working in these shops, because you see the families having to clean out the flats and how much stuff the old people hoard.
Can you get more odd things at car boot sales?
Best buy ever. At the moment, the dress I'm wearing. I like the individuality of being able to afford things that are quite rare that no one else has, and that's the thing with vintage. You know, it hasn't been reproduced, not yet, you know. So there's still, I don't know, there's, well, I don't know, it's not an innocence about it. It's just not mass produced.
Okay, best item I've bought from here personally would be a chest of drawers that I bought that was scruffy and horrible but a good size, and I did it up.
No, I like clutter. I wouldn't like to live in a decluttered space. But I like to look at things. I'm a visual person. I don't like it if I go to somebody's house or their room and there's nothing. It's going, where's your history? Where's your personality?
They go on and on and on. That's part of the interest of it all, that you buy something really old and then you wonder about the history of it, who owned it before and how long they had it for. Ah, well, I suppose. Oh, the china that I own, which is antique.
Quite a few. Quite a few. Saucepans, especially for the students. Always after them, saucepans, frying pans. People that's setting up their home homes, you know, that can't afford a lot.
But you know, I think minimalism is quite interesting. I don't know about modern design, but all of it, I'm a bit suspicious just that all of it is an endless attempt to get us to buy more things. We've become a completely consumerist, acquisitive society. Instant fashion requires people to throw everything out every year.
We always say we sell anything, and I can even say, when I first worked here, which was 11 years ago, someone bought a kitchen sink in. And I laughed. I said, "I will sell it." And they said, "Oh, come off it." We sold it. We always say we could sell everything in the kitchen sink.